YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. Doing a live real quick. I was on the Uber freight board and I was looking at these loads. I'm like, man, I'm looking at these loads, man. Appreciate y'all watching my videos. Very bad connection. But I just wanted to share these rates to y'all. Let me wipe this clean, wipe the camera clean and make sure y'all get it. Look at this. Snyder drivers, this is for y'all. Union City to Jacksonville. This load pick up tomorrow. So I guess knowing Uber Freight, you could probably get about 1,200 out this load. No, I would say about 1,500 out this load. Right now it shows 1,000, but you know, I've been running, hold on, Dublin, Georgia. This don't make no sense. And it's 23,000 pounds. I'm thinking that's that Procter & Gamble over there. It don't say. $67.20 Oakley Industrial. I think that's Procter & Gamble. See here, look. $67.20. Is that Procter & Gamble? Hold on, let me see. $67.20. $67.20. YouTube. Yeah, I'm just showing y'all these rates, man. Oh no, this is not Procter & Gamble. I thought this was Procter & Gamble. This is some other place. It might be Procter & Gamble. $67.20. Yeah, it's Procter & Gamble. See there? That's Procter & Gamble right there. $67.20. Any of y'all Snyder drivers that run down in the southeast, you know what that place is. That's Procter & Gamble. I'm just pulling back the curtain. I'm just telling y'all. I'm sorry. I used to pull loads out of that Procter & Gamble. I've watched the rates. I've watched the rates of loads coming out of there. Down, 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 down. When I first pulled loads out of Procter & Gamble over there in Union City, those loads used to pay about $700 to $750. And to go to Jacksonville, from Union City to Jacksonville. So I'm looking at these loads. This particular load Right now it's paying $1,000, but if you watch this Uber Freight board, if nobody don't book that, it's gonna go up. I would say it'll go up probably about $1,500 if you wait it out. Like maybe tomorrow morning or something like that. So, because the load picks up tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So basically, you'll be working the weekend. Like, that's pretty good. Okay. That's a Saturday delivery. So, I would run that load down to I would run this load down to Jacksonville and deadhead back and still make $2 a mile. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause from Atlanta to Jacksonville is 300 and I think it's about 350 miles, 320 miles or something like that. So I'm just saying, I'm just showing y'all the loads. That's, you know, I'm not doing no magic tricks. I'm just trying to show y'all that Snyder is ripping guys off on these rates. You know, 404, what up? Yeah, what's going on, man? I'm coming for your Southeast loads. Hey, man, you email me your phone number. I tell you all about the Southeast, man. Like, Snyder is good as long as they don't play the board. It's fine as long as they don't play games with the board. If they don't play games with the board, their board is great. Yeah, jhtrucking45@gmail.com. I can tell y'all right now. I'm just showing y'all this load. Any of you Snyder guys, Union City to Jacksonville, $1,000. Now, I watched them loads go from 700 all the way down to about 5 something. Going from Union City to Jacksonville, all the way down to 500 and something, 550, something like that. Snyder, and you know this, yeah, this Uber Freight board. You know, if this load paying $1,000, now you know. Any of you Snyder guys, what this address is right here. 6720 Oakley Industrial, right? This is an Amazon load. So it's not a BJ's. So if any of you guys on Snyder's board pulling out of Union City going down to Jacksonville, that's BJ's. It's either BJ's, Publix, Winn-Dixie. What's the other word? Clorox? Well, you got the Clorox plant over there in Forest Park. I know about that, but I'm talking about down in Jacksonville. The loads that comes out of Union City that goes down to Jacksonville. That's what I'm talking about. You got Publix, Winn-Dixie. I think Save-A-Lot. It's one more. I think it's one more. It's over there. It's over there by that New Loves, by the Circle K, off of 295 in Jacksonville. It's a place. I forgot the name of it. Lowe's go down there. I'm just showing y'all. See, right now this load is $1,000. Now y'all know if they putting a load on here for $1,000, that means this load is paying. Uber is getting this load for way more. I'm just showing y'all, man. I'm just showing y'all. I'm not doing no magic tricks with these loads. Not doing no magic tricks. It just goes to show what happens when you leave a big mega carrier and get your own trailer. It's just, it goes to show, you know. I'm just showing y'all. Oh, look at this one. Wow. These are all Snyder loads, man. These are Snyder loads. All of these loads. Look, 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 look. I used to run this lane all the time at Snyder. Look. This is my lane in Snyder right here. Okay, I used to run that Union City to Jacksonville. Dublin. Calhoun, Georgia. That Albany load right here, that Albany to that's a food service warehouse. It ain't nothing out there but that. So it ain't this load right here, that's a Walmart. That Procter & Gamble to Bainbridge, Alabama, that's a Walmart. That's a Target. Midway, Georgia, that's Procter & Gamble to Target, 520. That load I used to run at Snyder used to pay, it paid about $400. But they got it on here picking up on the 28th. So we still got about 2 days. So I say that load gonna pay about $1,000. Once somebody book it, it's gonna pay about $1,000. Because the rate gonna go up as it get closer and closer to appointment time. Lithia Springs, Pensacola. Noonan, Georgia. Noonan. Lafayette, Alabama to Fort Pierce. Lynette, Alabama. Lynette, Alabama. Fort Pierce. Olive Branch, Mississippi. I think that's a Walmart. Montgomery, Alabama. Midland, Georgia. Yeah, these, like, Snyder is, all these loads are Snyder loads. Like, it's unbelievable. You just gotta hold out until maybe a couple hours, maybe the morning before the appointment time. Then you can get a good rate on it, because the rate gonna double. This $1,000 load, it's gonna double. I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. It's just unbelievable. Uneffing believable. I'm trying not to cuss, because YouTube been flagging like a lot of my videos lately, because I've been cussing. So I have to watch my cussing. Let me see what y'all saying. Where you at? I'm in North Carolina right now. I'm headed down to Georgia. You know you a magician with these loads. Truck stop. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I checked that out. I'm just saying. I mean, it's just, you know, I'm just saying, man. Uber Freight. To get on Uber Freight, you got to be leased onto a carrier that allows you to use a broker board. So your carrier has to approve you to get access to the board. You just can't sign up to the board. So what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to call Uber Freight. Like, if you got your own authority, don't listen to me. But if you leased onto a carrier that allows you to use outside brokers, you have to call up Uber Freight directly, because when you sign up online or through the app, it takes forever. You have to call Uber Freight directly, get somebody on the phone and tell them, hey, I want to sign up for your load board. And then you got to give them your carrier's DOT number. If you got your own authority, it don't matter. You're your own carrier. You can approve yourself. But if you leased onto a carrier like I am, I'm leased on a Travel Loco. they have to email Eric, and then Eric has to approve me to use the load boards. So it's either Eric or Mike or Adam, or it's different people at Travel Loco. But yeah, you just can't sign up for the boards because Travel Loco has got security on their authority. You just can't grab somebody's authority and just start booking loads. You can't do that. So you have to get authorization from a representative from the company to let you get on the boards. So I'm just showing y'all. I was just showing y'all, man. I just happen to, I just get on the board, just look, man, and I just look and see what's going on. Let me go on a DAC board. Let's see. To 27. I'm sure there ain't really no freight on the DAC board, because on the DAC board, you pretty much got to get on the board early in the morning or the day before to really get a good choice of loads. And it's 5 o'clock on the East Coast, and all the brokers don't go home, so it ain't really nobody. It's some brokers on the load boards that's 24 hours, but that's far in between. It's maybe one or two, and you got to call up a shit ton of them to find out who's on the boards. Look at this. New Mexico, California, Colorado. This load here going up to Connecticut, paying $1,900. This load here paying $1,900. I mean, they say $1,900, but if you call them up, you can negotiate maybe $2,200 for it. You know? Yeah. See that? See, with the DAC board, it gives the 90-day average. So, damn, quit. With the DAC board, it gives the 90-day average. See right there, the 90-day average to go from Morrow, Georgia, to what's that? Bethany, Connecticut. The 90-day average is 2230. So when you call that broker up, you might want to tell them, let them talk first. Let them tell you about the load, and and just say, how much they're paying on the load. Let them tell you a price first, and then you tell them like, hey, I'll do it for about $2,400, for about $2,500, and then he might just say, the highest I can do is, it's a pretty light load. It's 26,000. That ain't bad. He would be like, well, I can't do 2,500. The best I can do is 2,200. Okay. I do it for 2,200. The load going 978 miles. That's not bad. That's about 1,100 to go about 430 miles a day. One day you do 430 miles, the next day you do 430 miles. That's not bad for you're not moving your truck that much, Yeah, so it's just you're just looking at these loads, man. I'm just looking. When you're in the industry, you gotta take time and learn your industry. A lot of guys, they think they just jump into something and just start making money. No, you gotta educate yourself on the industry. This load here ain't bad. I don't know what it's about. It's probably a multi-stop load. Yeah, it's a multi-stop. Yeah, because this load here paying $1,500 to go 300 miles. You know, see, the 90-day average is 800. Even if it's got 2 stops on it, I do. If it's more than 2 stops, I wouldn't do it. Let me see. But yeah, man, you just check these loads out. There's some going out to Texas. Going out to Texas. Somebody emailed me. Yeah, man, I'm just burning up some time, man. I just happened to look. I really didn't have anything to talk about, but I just happened to have the load board in my hand. I was like, man, look at this load. I pull loads out of Union City all the time. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Hold on. I'm trying to sign out of my account. Trying to sign out. But yeah, man. So like, here's the map of Georgia, right? All right, here's the map of Georgia. All right, here's the map. All right, there's Atlanta, right? I'm gonna do like a bootleg version of, you know, Jeffrey L. He did a video showing like a freight lane in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna do one of the South real quick. Okay, you got let's see, where's Savannah at? Okay, I'm up here, right? And like, I used to run loads from, when I was at Snyder, I used to run loads from Atlanta, and then I would run down 16 to Savannah. Okay, you got, I mean, I'm not at Snyder anymore, so I don't care. So it's either, I would pull a load out of here, either it'll be a Target, it'll be Target or Walmart that goes here from Atlanta to Savannah, right? And then from Savannah, I would book a load either. It just depends on what's on the board, but I have options. And then out of Savannah, the connection is bad. Come on now, refocus. All right, from Savannah, I'll have about 2 or 3 options. It'll be a Walmart load, a Home Depot load, Walmart or Lowe's. Either one of those 3. Now, the Lowe's load will come out of Savannah and go up here to Calhoun, not Calhoun, Georgia, Addersville, Georgia. Okay, up here on 75. I don't like that one because it'll go through Atlanta, and I don't want to deal with that traffic. I like to stay on the south side of Atlanta. You got McDonough, you got McDonough, you got the west side of Atlanta over there, South Fulton Industrial. Okay, I like to stay on that side if I can help it. So I would run this lane here, back and forth, back and forth. Now the load that comes out of Savannah going back up here, that load will pay about $510, $520 or something like that. And then the load that comes out of Union City that goes to Midway, that load will pay about $420. So if you do the math, we're looking at about a $950 day if you piece the loads together. And if, depending on when I leave the house on Monday, so when I got a whole bunch of videos when I'm saying I'm at the house on Monday and I'm looking at loads. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. I'm waiting for a specific load to come out to go down here. Sometimes I don't get that load that goes from Atlanta to Savannah. Okay, and it'd be about 5 or 6 of them. It'll be either a Clorox load, the Clorox load will either go from Atlanta to Columbia, South Carolina, or it'll be a load of pallets coming down from Atlanta going down to Statesboro. It's a Walmart distribution center right outside of Savannah. It's Statesboro, Georgia. That load will pay anywhere from $600 to $500 to go about 200 miles. It just depends. And the pickup is usually a live load, usually, because chip pallets is usually a live load customer. Loads coming in is dropping hook, because you know it's a Target down here in Tifton, Georgia, and I would either run down here. This is how I start my week. I'll go from here to here, right? Hold on, let me because I know I'm gonna get 1,000. Okay, so I will go from Atlanta to Savannah. Depending on what's going on, I'll either get a load going back up to Atlanta, going down to Jacksonville, going through the back roads, going from Savannah to Tifton. Tifton is like right here somewhere. Sometimes I get a load going out to Macon. Sometimes I get a load going to Tifton. Sometimes I get a load out of Savannah going down to Valdosta. Now the loads that go from Savannah to Valdosta, those loads will pay about $501, depending on what SNI are doing with the rates, because they change the rates all the time. So I go from Savannah to Lake Park, Georgia. That's a Home Depot or a Lowe's. Either one, like the one that goes from Valdosta, that load will pay $496. I know the Lowe's like the back of my hand. $496. Then the load that goes from Savannah to I'm waiting for the connect. Okay, it go from Savannah to Valdosta, no, Lake Park, Georgia, which is like right here on the Florida Georgia line. It'll pay about $501. Or I'll take a load out of Savannah going up to Target up here in Lug Off, South Carolina. Now the load coming out of Savannah, Savannah is, you got a large choice of loads coming out of Savannah. It'll be Savannah to West Columbia. There's another Home Depot. Or once I get up here, I have an option to either deadhead back down here to get another one, or I can come up here to it's a in Charlotte. There's that ship cabinets, household products. I think the load be like 15,000-20,000 pounds. They ship cabinets and vanities and stuff. That load would pay about $389, and it'll go about 100 miles. That load will come back down to the Home Depot. So I'll have another option. Either I can deadhead back down to Savannah, because I'll be watching this area, or I can come back up here and get another one to come back to here, which is it's like 100 miles. The load pays $350 a mile. So between all of that, I'm doing 2 loads a day. And I know a lot of you guys say, no, you can't do. Well, I'm telling you, I'm showing you right here. This is how I do 2 loads a day. All these loads loads, they're paying $2.50 a mile, $2.60 a mile, $3, $3.50 a mile. So while these loads are paying that much, you can do 2 loads a day, and pretty much you're average about $1.40, $1.50 a mile. And between all of that, I'm doing anywhere from $700 to $900 a day. All right. A lot of you Southeast guys gonna hate me for this. I know you are. I might even get a phone call from Snyder, but this is what it is. And between sometimes, if there's no freight up here, I have to shoot over here. I have to shoot over here to Florence, South Carolina. They have a lot of loads coming out of Florence, South Carolina. Now, when you look on the board, it'll say it's a live load. It's not a live load. It's a dropping hook. It'll say a live load, but it's a dropping hook. It's a load of paper. It's either rolls of paper, cardboard, bales of paper. You never know. But on the board, it'll say live load. When you go in there, sometimes sometimes a live load, sometimes a dropping hook. But you know, the place is in the middle in the woods somewhere. So depending on where you at with your hours, you have to make a decision whether you want to book that load, because it's a paper place. I think you can park there on the property. So I either go to Florence and run that load down here, and that load pays about $400 or $500. Get me back to Savannah, and then I'll do it. I'll just keep work times. I gotta take a load from Savannah, I don't know, out here to Alabama, Birmingham, McCalla, Alabama. So sometimes they have these loads. It'll pay about $650, and you got to cut cross here to come out here. Sometimes freight dries up and you got to shoot cross here sometimes. And then depending on like where I'm at, like right here, like West Columbia, South Carolina, sometimes I deadhead back up here to state, and it's freight coming out of here. There's what's the name of the customer? Y'all know who the customer is. It's up there. It's a handful of customers up here. You got choices to pull freight out of here. It's shoot, Tractor Supply. It's a Tractor Supply load. I'll pull up out of here, coming back down to Savannah. Okay, back down to Savannah. And at these Tractor Supplies, you know, I'll get there the night before and I'll sleep there because it's a Tractor Supply. And then I'll get unloaded most of the time in the morning. Sometimes your logbook don't let you. Sometimes you got to get there in the daytime, which is cool. You can get there anytime between 8 and 5. And then I start my process. So once you got these options, if you don't have this load, you can deadhead over to this load. So sometimes I'll come over here to North Carolina. There's a place in Maxton, North Carolina. Campbell's Food. Sometimes I'll book that load. That'll bring me back down here. If you start doing the math here, you pretty much looking at a $4,000 settlement. I've done $4,800 settlements just doing this right here. Because you're doing $800-900 a day, and you're doing 2 loads a day, and you just running around in a circle doing that, you know. Let's see. And sometimes it just depends. Like if I take an extended home time and keep up with the board, because all these loads are clockwork, and if you don't, it's gonna throw you off for the week. So then these loads don't show up. Because then, like, for example, you got loads that come out of Frito-Lay down here in Kathleen, Georgia. It's like just south of Macon, Kathleen, Georgia. Now, those loads come out a week in advance. So you got to stay ahead of the board about 4 days or so. 4 or 5 days to get those Frito-Lay, those good Frito-Lay loads. And, you can pretty much run around the country booking Frito-Lay loads once you get the hang of where those loads are. But like sometimes I used to book Frito-Lay all the way down to Orlando, right? And then I would deadhead back to Frito-Lay, because the load that comes down here, it'll pay about $900. That load will pay $900 to go 300 miles, and then I can drop and hook, deadhead back up, and book another one. Now, if you quick on the draw, I've been able to book 3 of those back to back one time. I only done it one time, but most of the time I book 2 of them if I can, because they'll put them up in series. Like they'll have one picking up Monday. They'll have one picking up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You got to be fast on the draw and be able to book all 3 of them. But then, you know, so you got, it's a hard run. You got to be balls hard because you're on the clock. Any kind of traffic will mess you up. So you got to have your sun pass to run this load properly, because you looking at it, it's exactly 11 hours. It's like 10 hours and 45 minutes. You got to run balls hard all the way down to Orlando, drop a hook, do the thing. Once you start learning the customers down here, even if they don't have an empty, you know, you can go around the corner and get it empty, or they got customers around, you know, you can go get it empty and whatnot. Sometimes you can come up here to the Walmart, or you can come up here to the dollar store up here and get it empty. You know, come back up to this Home Depot or this Lowe's and get it empty, and then out here you got Procter & Gamble in Albany, Georgia. So you can, you know, that's, you know, 660 miles. But yeah, so that's my old running lane. That's my old running lane right there. I done told the Jews, I done put them out there. Oh, that's your running lane? Yeah, but see, with those Procter & Gamble loads, those Target loads, those Walmart, Home Depot loads, those loads come out the day of. So you looking at a day before and the day of. So you gotta be fast on the draw. And like what I used to do, I used to run at night. So that way, because all the best loads that you want to run, they pop up in the daytime. So I would run at night, and then on my 10-hour break, I would find the time to like get my sleep in, and then book the loads, then go to bed. Like I would run at night, and I'll be going to bed, I say about 8-9 o'clock in the morning. So stay up till about noon. So I'll stay up from like 8 today. I'll go ahead on the bed, and I'll wake up about 6 or 7 and run my loads, and just do that over again. Because running at night, that area down there is real tough, and it's hard because you can't use the load board while you're driving. So it's very hard to watch the board and you're driving. It's hard to do that. So I ran at night because that area is a Monday through Friday 8 to 5 kind of area. Now they do put some loads on there at night. Some, you know, I seen Jeffrey L did a video about the Pennsylvania area, so I thought I'd do a video about the Southeast, the Georgia area. I mean, there's some more I can say, because I used to run loads out to I used to run like a little bit of the Midwest, like Arkansas, run Arkansas, Texas, you know, Dallas, Texas area. Like I'll run load out to Dallas, then come up to Arkansas, and then come back down to Noonan, because they got loads that come out of I can't pronounce that town. It's in like northwest corner of Arkansas. It's a customer. That load pays $1,000 to come out of there. It's either that load, or I book that load that comes out of Walmart. That's Clarksville, Arkansas. It's a Walmart. They ship pallets. They'll send out some pallets or some bales of paper or something like that. That load will come right back to McDonough, Georgia, or it'll come right back to Noonan, Georgia. And I'll run Dallas up there, come down, Dallas up there and come down. Sometimes they don't have that load, so you need an option. You need a third choice, second and third choice. So I'll book a load coming to Memphis, and then out of Memphis I can get a load coming down to Valdosta. That load pays $1,000. So or I'll run from Atlanta to Madison, Alabama, or Decatur, Alabama. Now from Atlanta to Decatur, Alabama, that's $200, and the load will pay about $450. So from Decatur, Alabama, it'll be some dog food, appliances, or out of Midway, I'll book something. You have options, because once you start running it, you start to see the different options you got. Sometimes I'll head down to Montgomery and pull some pallets, get a load of pallets going somewhere. So, or I get a load of pallets to come right back up. It's like 80 miles, and the load will pay about $400 or something like that. Or out of Cullman, Alabama, I'll book out of that Walmart either some pallets or some bales of paper. That load to go out to Memphis, or go out to Jonesboro, Arkansas. So you just gotta, yeah, it just depends. So I'll run a load from, it just depends. So like either Kathleen, Georgia. Sometimes in Kathleen, they have a load going out to Jonesboro, Arkansas. Now, out of Jonesboro, Arkansas, they are a shipper and a receiver. So out of that same Jonesboro, Arkansas, that Frito-Lay, you can deliver a load and book a load out of the same place. And depending on when you get there, they let you sleep there. They got a bathroom. Frito-Lay let you sleep there. So you can go in there and but yeah, so I need a like bomb. It's 16 people here, only 10 likes. Y'all better give me 16 likes, man. What else? Let me see. But yeah, man, that's my running lane. Like sometimes I'll run up there to Cleveland, Tennessee, and book a load out of there. I'll go up to Chattanooga every blue moon. You got Murfreesboro, Tennessee, up there in Nashville, just south of Nashville. You got Murfreesboro. There's a lot of freight that comes out of there. You got the Frito-Lays, the two Frito-Lays. You got Fayetteville, Tennessee, and then you got Pulaski, I can't pronounce, Tennessee. You can, if you up there, it just depends on what's on the board when you're looking at it, and you gotta just make a decision on what load you want to book, and just keep running that area, man. And that's pretty much how I did it. I did anywhere from 3,500 to 4,500 on that Snyder board. So that's my old running lane. It's my old running lane. Let me see what y'all talking about. Okay, I was wondering why they haven't called me back. Based on experience, do you feel afraid? I don't know, man. I don't know. Thanks for your time, info. 44, I got access to a 53-foot roll-up door. Would that be a problem out there without? Yeah, man, you gotta have a swing door, man. Unless you're doing like LTL, work. If you're doing local LTL work with a pallet jack, nah, you can't. You gonna get rejected, because a lot of places you can't pull truckload freight in a roll-up door trailer, they'll reject you. Now, if you got partials, if you got like 3-4 stops on a load, LTL freight, and you're doing pallet jack work with a lift, with a tailgate and stuff like that, then yeah, roll up. If that's your customer base, then yeah, roll up door trailer would be fine. If you got a tailgate and you got a pallet jack doing local city stuff or short runs and stuff like that. But nah, man, you need a swing door trailer, man. You're gonna get rejected on a lot of freight. They paying $1.35 for 800 plus miles. Is hazmat, man. Snyder's a ripoff. Yeah, because tanker pays money, man. I knew a couple guys I know one guy, he did tanker, man. He used to do $2,000-$3,000 a day, man. He's an owner operator, but you just got to find a customer that'll set you up, because he'll run loaded in and you have to deadhead back to get filled up again, and he'll do about 2 runs a day, and he'll be doing about 2 or 3. So like they ripping, Snyder just ripping y'all off on these loads. It's just, now I done got a taste of the real trucking shit out here. It's just a shame, man. They ripping guys off, man. Because it's just a shame. They put them guys with them high truck. They got us with these high truck notes with the cheap rates. Like, it just don't work, man. It just don't work like that, man. You making $1,000 a week and 12, 13, 1,500 a week, man. You ain't making no money. That ain't no money. There's not no money. $1,000 a week, man. That ain't no money. Shoot, I make $2,000 in a week. In my sleep, man. Like, doing this, like, I can just run out and back and I have a $2,000 settlement, man. Like, they just ripping guys off. How's dealing with brokers? Yeah, it's a lot of work when you're dealing with these brokers, but 47 cents on the company side. Yeah, I mean, I've done company driving. I'm done with that, man. I'm trying to do something bigger than just working and having a job, man. I done the company stuff, because as a company driver, man, you just running the truck, man. You just getting a check, man. $1,000 a week. I don't know how guys be working at these companies 20, 30 years making $1,000 a week over and over and over again. Like, I can only make a certain amount of pay for a certain amount of time. After that, I'm gonna need to see 1,500. I'm gonna need to see some kind of increase in pay over time. After about a year or two, I need to see, okay, 1,200. I need to see 1,500, 2,000 a week. I need to see 3,000 a week over time. So that company driver stuff, man, you just driving a truck. That's all you doing, driving a truck. And these companies, they don't care nothing about you, man. Aggravating the crap out of you. It's like, man, I go get my own truck. Yeah, man, what's going on? Road Runner 876. Trucker Brad, what's going on? Brandon Kelly. Yeah, man, yeah, I mean, I'm starting to understand the nature of business. And the very core of business is building relationships. If you don't have no relationships in business, it's very hard in business. And booking loads off a load board, you never able to build some type of real relationship that you can grow with. And a lot of guys, They don't mind going on a load board and spending 10, 15, 20 years of their career at a company where you're not building nothing at all. All you doing is just running the truck. Like I said before, I don't like dealing with the brokers. It's a pro. I don't like dealing with the brokers, but it's a pro and con to it, because I'm calling up a broker. I got his phone number and I'm talking to him about a rate. And at the same time, I'm building better negotiating skills. I'm building better people skills, business skills, talking to we're doing business. We're negotiating on some type of work. On the lower board, you're not doing that, man. You're a mute. You just a damn mute. Dealing with brokers, you might have some issues. Yeah, you may not get paid on the lumper one day. Or a broker, he may not, pay you on a load or that, but that's business, man. Like, that's the risk that you take coming out here doing business. Like, sometimes you're not guaranteed to get paid on all the work that you do. Sometimes, but that's the risk that you're taking out here in business. Yeah, man, it just depends. Brandon Kelly, it just depends. Like, if you current on your account, I would say get that truck and take it to another company. Take it somewhere else. I mean, I know guys at Landstar that do very well. Travel Loco, Mercer. It's find a little small mom and pop trucking company around where you live at. I don't know where you live at, but in your town, it may be about 5 or 6 small. It may be in your town, maybe 4 or 5 small trucking companies, and you talk to the owner directly. That's a real business relationship you want to build. When you talking to Snyder, your ICA, he don't care. He going home at 5. Your contractor representative, your Snyder Finance. Well, Snyder Finance is a little bit different, but dealing with Snyder, they don't care. Them people make a salary. They don't care nothing about you, man. Like when you dealing with a small trucking company, and he doing business, you doing business, and everything about that whole business model is just a better way to do business. You know what I mean? Like with Snyder, you're not building no business, man. That's not a relationship. Them people don't care about you. Because at the end of the day, Snyder is a big major corporate company, and when you call in about a situation, they don't care, man. They got all these policies, they got their mission statement. They don't care about you. Now, when you're dealing with a small trucking company and you're dealing with the owner, and you in the interview process, you sat down with the owner, and you after a year, 6 months, you talking to the owner. He knows you by your first name. You know him, and like you can go have beer. You can have a beer with him if you want to. Now, I don't say you ought to have a beer with the owner of a company that you work for, but I'm just trying to make a point that go. It just depends on what you're trying to do. And like, if you're trying to build a real business, like, you don't know what that could lead to. I mean, I can't really see Snyder's choice board leading to nothing. I can't really see it leading to anything. You know what I mean? Now, Snyder Choice is a great program. It's a great program to get started. I don't want to seem like I'm dogging Snyder, because you could probably go back in my videos and I'm acting like I act like Snyder is the best thing in the world, but I probably, I don't know. Like, you could probably say I'm contradicting myself. Everybody changes. Everybody's opinion changes, and we have a difference in opinion, and over time we just change sometimes. So like, you could probably go in my videos and find me saying, "Oh, Snyder, yeah." But at this point, I'm just like, get a truck. That's, just get a truck. It don't have to be Snyder. It don't have to be Coco. Just get a truck, man. I just hate for you guys to just waste y'all time and stuff, because these loads, this business pays very well, and just to drive a truck, you ain't doing nothing but driving a truck. Yeah, it's long hours and it's a lot of work, but you getting paid for it. If you get your own truck and trailer, man, you come out here and do $2,000-$3,000 a week easy, man. And so at Snyder, I say the best you can hope for is $1,500 a week at Snyder. I mean, there are guys that's doing more, but you gotta kill yourself, and you only can run hard for so long. You can. That's why I said before. That's what I was saying before. Like, some guys be like, run, but you're gonna get exhausted, man. You want to pace yourself. Work Monday through Friday and take 2 days off, man. That way you can pace yourself and reach your goals and stay on task to meet your goals. Because if you just running, you got these goals and you running, you're gonna fall out. You just gonna get tired of it, and because you're not gonna feel like you're gonna get burnt out, man. So you gotta pace yourself, and I try to explain that to guys sometimes, but some guys, they, it's like, okay, I've been in this business 10 years, man. So you don't want to burn yourself out. You want to get yourself a good pace, work about 5 or 6 days a week, run decent loads that's paying good, and reach your goals at an obtainable, steady pace. You know what I'm saying? So don't take a little bit of time off, man. Take some time off to just go smell the roses for a minute, then get right back at it. Get right back at it. So, but yeah, man, if you got a Snyder Finance truck, man, keep it. Keep that Snyder Finance truck, because I got a Snyder Finance truck. I got a Snyder Finance truck. So some guys, then if you was to go to a dealer and get a truck, so what the problem is with the Snyder Finance trucks, guys, they give the truck back, and guys be like, yeah, go to a dealer and get a truck. Go to a bank and finance you a truck. But guys like to turn trucks back in. If you go to a bank and get a truck, or go to a dealer, you can't turn that truck back in. You don't sign the promissory note with the bank. You gonna keep this truck until it's paid off. So I would rather lease a truck to give myself an exit strategy for my business, so in case some issues come along, I can give them back the truck. After, on a year-to-year basis, I can reassess, the business. Have I had any issues with brokers? No, not really. I can see that if I had my own authority, if I had some issues, because if I had my own authority, I don't have like a force behind me to get these brokers to pay. I'm leased on to a small company that's got the resources to go after the broker for the money. I'm gonna get paid regardless. But the loads that I've run, I've gotten paid well before Travel Loco has got their money. But Travel Loco has got the resources to go after the broker if and when they pay. You know what I mean? So if I have my own authority, yeah, it would be tough. Because if you can get a factoring company, but depending on the factoring company that you go with, if it's non-recourse or recourse bills, you may or may not get paid. Or So yeah, I can see the issue, you know. But now I haven't really had any problems with brokers. I pretty much go on the load board and I call on a load that I like and I negotiate on the rate and I book it. They send me the rate con and I go and get it. So I ain't really had no problems with any brokers. Except with my last video, a couple videos ago, this lady, she said it wasn't a lumper fee, and when I got there, it was a lumper fee, and she told me to pay the lumper fee. I paid it, and she was taking her time to pay me back my money. I was telling her, resend me in my face. She was laughing in my face, talking about it takes 2 days to get a lumper fee paid out. That ain't what you said. She told me when I go in there and pay, when I send her the receipt for the lumper, give her about 5 minutes and I'll send you over this new rate card. That's what she said. But the only problem I've had is with Landstar brokers. All the other brokers have been great out here so far. Knock on wood. Pretty much all the brokers out here except Landstar have been good to me. Uber Freight took care of me on that crappy load that I had a couple weeks ago. You gotta fight a little bit to get some detention or something like that sometimes, but I try to negotiate on loads enough to where detention isn't a big deal, because I pull dry box and most of the places I go to I'm in and out within an hour or two. But I'm sure if I pull reefer, yeah, I'll probably be getting mad about detention all day long, just because with reefer freight you always sitting forever to get loaded and to get unloaded. But I pull a dry box, so I go into a Walmart distribution center. I had a load for some detention, and I think it was a Coyote Logistics load or something like that. They paid me I think it's about $100 on detention, because it was 3 hours, and after 2 hours of waiting, you get detention after 2 hours. So I'm like, cool, and I got an extra $100. Coyote Logistics, they've been great. Long as you keep that communication open, when you pick the load up, I just send an email to the broker, say, hey, I arrived at the customer, I'm getting loaded. And once I get loaded, I'll send the broker a message, hey, I'm loaded, I'm headed to delivery. And then, sometimes brokers will call you for check calls, some don't. Once I get there, I say, hey, I'm arrived, I'm ready, they put me to a door, I'm waiting to get unloaded. And then once I get unloaded, I send them another email and I say, hey, I'm unloaded, thank you. I just say thank you or something. I just, thank you for the load or something like that. So I think just having good communication with your broker, whoever you providing the service with, is good to have. That makes the detention process easier, because some of these brokers, they'll stick you, they'll try to stick you. And yeah, I haven't really had any major problems yet with any brokers, where except Landstar. Landstar is the only one that I had like some issues with. Landstar broker, he owes me $150 for TONU, and this other Landstar lady, she was giving me a hard time about a lumper fee. But other than that, I think just having good communication with some of these brokers is good. But yeah, man, I think my break is over, man. I'm gonna end this video. I want to leave the IC board ASAP. Only problem is where to park the truck. Where do you park, since you don't have the terminal now? It's a little parking place in Atlanta. They have this truck parking. You just gonna have to get online and Google. That's what I did. I just went online. I'll Google truck parking in Atlanta. If you live in Charlotte, do truck parking in Charlotte. If you live in Dallas, Texas, Timbuktu, Indiana, you just do truck parking in Timbuktu, Indiana. And then it's going to, Google all the results come on Google, and I just go down the list and start calling them up. Say, hey, how much you charge? Hey, do you have parking available? Hey, this. Hey, that. You know, so it's just simple as that, you know. You're going to be looking at anywhere from $125 to about $200 a month for truck parking. Which I did my cost per mile. It's like 2 cents a mile. You know, it ain't really. You really don't see the cost. It's like 1, 2 cent, 3 cent a mile to my bottom line. It ain't really much. Black Mamba, truckers just nasty and rude these days. Not all of them, man. We all people. I think it's just people. Real truckers don't pay to park. Okay. I think you a troll. You are a troll. Free parking, you don't really get much from free parking. You want to pay for a parking spot because you know I got a assigned parking spot. It's my spot. Okay. The place where I park at, they got a shop, they got a big old lot, it's secure, they got cameras, they got manned security 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can come and go on the weekends. Nothing. It's just like I didn't miss a beat. It's just like I'd rather park there than at Snyder, because at Snyder I didn't guarantee the parking spot. You know what I mean? At that place I have a guaranteed parking spot. If you come after a certain time at Snyder, you don't have nowhere to park. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to park in a few island on the side, and you just won't have nowhere to park. So at this place, my $180, I got a assigned parking spot. Is my spot, and I can come and go 24/7. So if I got a load coming through the house, I can hold on to the load. It's secure. I don't have to worry about somebody breaking in my truck. None of that, because what does residual amount mean? Looking at my Snyder Finance account. Residual amount. Residual. Oh, that's the balance due. I don't know why they say residual amount, but it's basically, it's probably talking about a hey Travana, it's probably talking about a your balloon payment, residual amount, balance due, whatever they want to call it. That's what that is. So if you sign a 1-year lease, say your truck is $100,000, and you sign a 1-year lease, and you got about $40,000 in truck payments for the year. After the year is up, you're gonna have residual balance of $60,000. That's what that is. You know, it's just a different terminology. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'm gonna end this video, man. I'll see y'all next time.